Hi, this is Sammie W, and today we're going to be looking at the following problem. Um, does the ordered pair 3, comma 0 satisfy the following system of inequalities? Here are the two equations. Let's take a look at them. Now, here's the first equation, 5x plus 7y greater than or equal to 9. We have to substitute these values into both equations, and if it satisfies both, then it satisfies the system. The system is both. So let's plug them in. X for, and just, step by step, 5 times 3 plus 7 times 0. Y is 0, X is 3. This is going to be 0. That goes away. 15 is greater than or equal to 9. So yes, it satisfies the first equation. And for the second equation, same thing. 10x plus, oh, it's a negative 10x. Uh-oh. For some reason, I looked at that, and it's a negative 10x. It's just something in my head told me that was just too easy. It's negative 10x. It's going to give me a negative 30. And so, no, that does not satisfy. Big difference there. Does not satisfy the equation. And so that leads me to my next point. The next point is, no matter what, you're going to make mistakes. That's why you have these erasers. I use these big ones like that one. See, it's almost halfway done. So, that's what it's all about. No big deal. What I would say is work a problem until you don't make a mistake, and that way you you have the concept down. I did that with your other problem. You asked me a problem earlier, and that problem I did the video, and for some reason the video didn't go through. So I'm gonna give you a bonus example and do your previous problem for you, where you had negative 4x plus 10y is greater than a negative 7. Same thing. Plug in the values. Negative 1, 6. It's going to be negative positive 4 plus 60. That's going to be greater than or equal to 7. That checks out. For the second equation, this one's a little harder because we have this fraction, but I'm going to show you a little trick to make it a little bit easier for you. Y greater than 5/3 minus 8. So x is negative 1. Plug in a negative 1. 5 times a negative 1 is a negative 5/3 minus 8. Well, we see 6 is a positive number. Both of these are negative. There's no way that if we add these together, it's going to be greater than 6. So that checks out. But either way, when you want to go through it, 5 halves, that's 6 halves is, 5/3, 6/3 is almost 2. So that's close to 2. That'll be close to a negative 10. That's almost a negative 10. So you want to look at it that way just to get an idea. All we want to know is, does it satisfy the system? And it does. And so what I explained in the last problem is, say this was the line here, or say this was this other line. That's our system on the graph, because next you're going to have to graph this, and your lines are going to go something like that. You're going to have to find which one of these areas or more that you shade. So you have to pick a point within those areas. In this case, we have a negative 1, comma 6. So that's x equals negative 1, comma 6 is up here somewhere. It's either here or over here. So we want to know if it satisfies both of those equations, then we can shade that region. We can shade that region. That means that's the area that we're working with. That's the solution. This whole area will be the solution to your equation. So hopefully that was helpful to you. I'm always here to help. And when you get to the graphing part, if you have some problems, come on back and I'll help you out. Thank you very much.